Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well, and welcome to the first video in a long while that I've done, which has been a reset style video. I feel like I've done a lot of day in the lifestyle vlogs recently, and I kind of wanted to refresh my content a little bit and do some reset style videos. Maybe once every month or every other month. I'm not quite sure yet. Let me know what you think. I should do this, like how often, etc. But I thought I could start by doing this May reset kind of planning for the month style video, just because I think it will be beneficial to me, and also if you guys do a similar thing where at the start of a month you think about your goals, etc., then you could maybe get a couple of tips from me, or I don't know, or maybe you could sit down and make your own goals for the month whilst you're watching this. Who knows? Grab a cuppa, grab a notepad if you need to. And yeah, we're gonna do a couple of bits today. I am actually gonna do a bit of a clean and refresh of the house, just general tidying, because it's looking a little bit messy, I won't lie. Both me and Emmanuel have been at work the last few days, so it's kind of got on top of us a little bit. So I'm just gonna do like a whiz around the house, tidy up, do a bit of dusting, etc., and that's where we're gonna start. And then I feel like I've got a fresh, clean slate for me to start planning the month on. So I feel like I should start with my bedroom. Should I start with the bedroom? No, actually, I'm going to put a load of washing on because I feel like that is the most productive thing to do first, because then that can be washing as I'm doing something else. Yeah, so let's start with that. Guys, just chiming in here to talk to you about today's sponsor, which is HelloFresh. You guys know I have been using HelloFresh for the longest time, and I honestly really enjoy the recipes. They've recently brought out some new spring recipes, which means that I am going to be eating fresh for the new season. These lighter nights are coming in. We're getting some nicer weather. Sometimes you just like to switch up the menu in the kitchen. I know I do. So I have picked out 3 recipes here for this week's box, which is the teriyaki chicken tray bake. Sorry, but how good does that look? Can't wait for that one. We also have a creamy chicken tikka masala, and then a spicy honey glazed chicken. This I think I'm gonna make tonight because I don't know, it just looks so good. For me, I find HelloFresh really useful because it helps me integrate some new recipes into my life, as well as some new fresh ingredients, which I wouldn't have even really thought about buying. And now, because obviously you do get the recipe cards, if I did want to recreate one of the recipes, there are some ingredients which I've been introduced to that I would have walked straight past, whereas now I kind of think, oh, actually I might pick that up and I'll recreate that meal because it was really nice. So that's one thing that I love about HelloFresh. The second is just knowing that I've got my meals planned and I don't need to think about them. The recipe and all the ingredients have already been delivered to my doorstep, and I just need to put 2 and 2 together, and then I'm done for the evening. Especially when I'm working a really long shift and I just don't want to think about what I'm having for tea. I'll usually come home from my shift, pull out one of these recipes and just make one of these, because it's just so much easier than thinking, don't have tea tonight. But knowing that I've got these, so much easier. They've also been very kind as to give me a brand new code for you guys, which is Jess2024, and that code will get you 60% off your first box, plus a following 20% off the next 2 months, plus free desserts for life. Free desserts for life. Just saying. Do I need to say any more? That is the code Jess2024. I'll also have a QR code that you can scan on screen right now, and that will take you straight through to the website. And thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this section of the video. I don't think that I'm in that. So now that the washing is on, I'm going to sort out this desk of mine, because let me tell you, it's a little cluttered, and when I'm trying to work at the computer, having a cluttered space around me is just not ideal. And well, this is what it's looking like. I mean, it's not, to be fair, it's just stuff that needs to go away. Like, it's not horrendous, I don't think, but it's also not great. So yeah, let's get this sorted.
Does she notice the things I notice? How she practices piano on her thigh, imagining the keys inside her mind. Does she notice the things I notice? How her eyes wander the room when it gets quiet, searching for solutions in the silence. But I'm here, I'm here. Won't she turn around? Won't she look at me? Oh, please, won't she notice me? I want her to notice what I don't notice. Space between us now, it's just like miles, and I've only ever fit inside the shadow.
Well, that is the bedroom looking a lot better. The desk is looking a lot more clutter-free, and the bed's made. I've done some hoovering, etc. And yeah, this is looking like a much better space now. So next I'm just going to move on to the kitchen, because I've done like upstairs, the bedroom, the landing's fine. It only got hoovered like yesterday, so I don't need to do anything with that, and the bathroom is fine as well. The kitchen, to be fair, is all right. I just need to do the dishes and wipe down the countertops and stuff and sort out this like coffee corner that I've got going on. And yeah, that's it for that. The dishes, again, there's not like that much to do. It just looks a bit of a mess. Where's, oh, okay. Yeah. But I need to hoover in here, and these boxes need to go back to my mum and dad's because we borrowed them after the engagement party. This one had the cake in and that had some like leftover food in, so that needs to go back to my mum and dad's at some point. Can I help you? Right. You've been fed, you've got food out there, the window's open. What would you like, my dear, or just a chat? Yeah.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew.
So that's the coffee corner looking a lot better, just missing a couple of mugs that I've just washed, and the benches are looking a lot better, the dishes are done. I do need to hoover this still, but I'm just going to do that at the end when I'm hoovering the living room as well. But speaking of, we've got some work to do in here. Again, it's not really that bad, it's just a couple of bits to pick up. This is our jigsaw that we're working on at the minute. We're doing pretty well on it, but that I think is an allowable mess. I just might try and squeeze it along the wall somewhere or something, just until we do it again tonight, because we're kind of putting it down there and then we're doing it on this table. Yeah, it just needs to be somewhere accessible. But just sorting these things out, giving this table a wipe down, and yeah, that's it pretty much.
Your lips won't let me go for long now. Right, I already know what's on your mind. I already know what's on your mind. And you can try, but you can hide it from me. You think it's secret, but it's easy to see. I already know what's on your mind. Nobody wants to be alone, so get on board and have some fun.
Right, so we've got a much cleaner and tidier space now to work with. I feel better. Let's talk about some goals and things I want to do this month. Okay, let's talk goals, planning, stuff to do with that. So I did write a little list of things that I wanted to kind of get done in this like reset evening, as you will. The things I wanted to do was clean, which is I've done that. I want to set goals for the month. I want to write a routine and a morning to-do list and a content plan. I feel like the easiest thing to start with would be to write a routine and morning to-do list. So by routine, I mean things like I would like to go back to the gym. So I've kind of been slacking with the gym. Don't get me wrong, I've still actually been losing weight and still being kind of like active and stuff, but I haven't actually been to the gym in the longest time, and I really feel like I want to get back into doing some classes and things. So what I'm going to do is I've got my iPad and I've got GoodNotes, which is my absolute favourite app for kind of writing down things with my Apple Pencil. So I kind of feel like I'm writing myself a to-do list sort of thing. We'll just write it on the to-do list template. Basically, I downloaded this template from Google, I think, as a picture. I don't think anyone was selling it or anything like that. So I just kind of saved it as a picture and then uploaded it onto GoodNotes as a picture. And then I just write on it for a little to-do list. So I feel like I need something to do in my mornings, because what I'm finding is that on my days off, I sit and I rot for the first half of the day. Unless I'm like filming or like I've got something on like in the morning or early afternoon / lunchtime, like I don't do anything, because I sometimes feel like I'm so tired from work that I'm just like, oh, I just need to relax. I just need to relax this morning. But I feel like I get this very, I wouldn't say it's like a negative mindset. I start to feel a bit guilty, if you will. Is that the right word? Yeah, I start to feel a bit guilty about the lack of productivity in my mornings. So what I want to do is just set some like very simple like goals or like things to do in the first like half of the day. So from when I wake up through to midday, essentially. So I think this is going to sound like a bit of a, like some people will think this is a no-brainer and think, Jess, why the hell are you not doing that? That's disgusting. But I want to shower by 10 a.m. Because at the moment I'm kind of finding myself showering like midday, or like if I have nothing on, sometimes I'm like, well, I don't need to shower like right away, I'm not going out anywhere. But then sometimes I think, oh, if the postman were to knock on the door right now, what a state I would be opening this door in. So I feel like I want to write. So let's get the to-do list done. The first goal for the mornings is to shower. And like by shower, I mean like get ready as well. So be dressed, etc. Before 10 a.m. I feel like that's a good starter one. The second, I feel like I want to, I mean, I'm not bad at this, but like I want to make sure that I'm on top of the washing. So like I want to like check the laundry, make sure that it's all done and up to date. And I'm not leaving myself with a huge basket of washing where it takes me like all day to get through it. So if I put a load on, like maybe it's like every other day just to keep on top of it, is that, I kind of feel like that's subjective to whether it needs doing, but I'm just going to put check washing. Like, don't get me wrong, like I say, the washing does get done, always, but sometimes I leave it until like the end of the week and I've got like 4 loads to do. So yeah, keep on top of the washing. So check the washing. So this is like my morning Sorry, my handwriting's terrible at the minute. So morning checklist, shower before 10 a.m, check washing. I feel like this is very subjective to when I'm not at work, just based on my hours, but I would like to go to the gym or to find a class to go to at least 3 mornings a week. I feel like that's a good amount of goals to set to start with. So we have shower before 10 a.m, check the washing, and gym class 3 times a morning. No, not 3 times a morning, 3 times a week. Imagine if I did 3 gym classes every morning, be like that within like a week. So yeah, so shower before 10 a.m. That, like I say, that seems like such a simple thing, and some of you are probably thinking, Jess, why don't you do that anyway? But when I'm on my day off, I just don't, like, I'm so unmotivated to do stuff. But if I were washed and dressed, then I would more than likely do something productive with my day. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, check my washing to make sure I'm on top of it, and then gym class 3 mornings a week. Let's have a look and see what gym classes there are, because obviously I only really want to go to ones that I'm going to enjoy. So we know that I love a body combat, so I'll definitely get one of those in. Oh, but then if I'm going to a gym class, then that would have to be before my shower. Okay, on those 3 mornings that I'm going to the gym classes, I can have my shower when I get back. That makes sense, right? Right. So there is, there's a step class, 11:15 till 12. That makes sense on a, oh no, I work Sundays. Oh, there's a Zumba on Tuesday. We could try Zumba. So we've got Zumba, 9:30, Tuesdays. Everything's like in the evenings. There's a body combat on a Saturday. I could do that. Okay, I feel like one of these is gonna have to be in the evening because there's no other classes that I really fancy in the mornings. Oh, should I try CrossFit? What is CrossFit? What is CrossFit? I've obviously heard of it, but I don't really know what. Should we try it? Let's try it. CrossFit. What day is that? That's Wednesdays at 10. Okay, so I've got my 3 classes a week. That might change depending on whether I don't like the CrossFit, or the Zumba I feel is very hit or miss depending on who the instructor is, but I did really enjoy at least one of the classes. So we'll see who the instructor is and whether it's the good class. But I might end up swapping those to like evenings or something, but you know. So that I feel like is my morning to-do list kind of done. Next I'm going to do some goals, I think, for May. I really struggle to set goals at the minute. I feel like it's just because I like to live in the moment and be a little less kind of like, I don't know, I sometimes feel like when I think this comes from like weight loss and stuff, but I feel like when I set goals for myself, I almost feel like I'm setting myself up for failure because I'll feel bad if I don't do them. And that was very much the same as when I was like really, really strict on weight loss and stuff like that. So if I were to set, for example, I want to lose 1/2 stone this month, and then if I didn't do it, I'd be like, oh, well, I didn't do it. So yeah, so I feel like goals are quite difficult to set. But I think one goal, which I feel like I will do if I really stick to my morning routines, is that I want to get back to the gym. So we'll start that as a goal for May. Then I feel like, should I set 3 goals? Yeah, I feel like 3 is a good number. So get back to the gym. What do I want to do this month? I want to stay consistent with my content. This is very much I don't know, I've kind of like got out of the groove with Instagram in particular. I never really was in a groove with TikTok, but I want to kind of get onto the TikTok train because I feel like, why not? It's fun. I feel like TikTok's a little bit more fun than like Instagram. Instagram can be silly and whatever, but it's a little bit more serious. Whereas TikTok, I think you can just upload whatever you want on there and just have fun with it. So I'm gonna actually, let me change that goal to like start TikTok, basically. I don't know. I feel like if I were to pay attention to TikTok like I do to YouTube and Instagram, then, well, I will do with Instagram, then, I don't know, it'll be fun. So I'll start TikToks. And then my 3rd goal for the month, I think, will be, actually, I do have one which I've just thought of. I don't want to buy a single meal deal in the month of May because I am terrible for leaving the house to go to work, to go shopping, to do whatever I'm doing, not eat before I'm going, and then just picking up like a meal deal. It's so unnecessary to like go and buy that. When I'm out if I haven't eaten beforehand, I tend to be like starving whilst I'm out, and I'm like, I need to pick something up. So I'm not gonna do that. I mean, it doesn't have to be a meal deal, but that tends to be what I usually pick up, like a meal deal. So if I say that, apart from if it's like a planned like date or lunch out with Emmanuel or friends or family, if it's something like planned, like a gathering or like a meetup like that, fine. But if it's just me on my own, I don't want to just be like nipping in to pick something up for lunch. I can wait till I get home. So I'm gonna do that. So, because I feel like when you go out for socializing and things, I feel like that's a part of living a healthy lifestyle, having like a work-life balance, keeping in touch with your friends, having a nice like day out with your partner or family or whatever. But then like just picking up random sandwiches and like stopping at Greg's or something like that, not necessary. So my 3 goals for May are to get back to the gym, start TikToks, and no unnecessary eating out. I feel like those are good, achievable goals to do for this month. So maybe if I were to do this video as like a monthly update kind of thing, then I could go over my previous goals and see whether I achieved them, set new ones, see whether I need to carry some over, etc. I feel like that would be quite good. What else was on my list? Okay, I've set my goals. I want to come up with a bit of content plan. I feel like this is going to take quite a while though, just because I just need to think of some ideas. So essentially, actually, let me sit and talk to you for a minute. I don't know why that involves me changing the angle, but let's not have any backlight. I don't know if I've touched on this yet, but I kind of feel like my content at the minute has been very stagnantly day in the lives, which I think a couple of you have picked up on. I just kind of lost my groove with like ideas. I got a bit of like a content block, and I just kind of thought, well, I'll just bring you along my day. And I kind of thought for a little while that that was good enough, and I've got into a place where I don't really enjoy it anymore. I kind of felt like I was deliberately thinking of things to do just to get a video out there. So like if I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna have to do something today because I need to film it for a video. Don't get me wrong, I kind of feel like I got in, like, and in my kind of defense, but not, I think I kind of got into that routine or structure of doing it that way because I kind of was struggling with the hours that I was doing at work. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't work the most hours. You know, there are people that work longer hours than me, and there are people that work harder jobs than me, but doing my hours, bearing in mind that even though I do only work 2 days a week, I nearly cover full-time hours in those 2 days. They're just extremely long and exhausting. So when I was getting to like my other days off, when I was doing content and stuff, I just was either so tired that I just really couldn't be bothered to think of anything like interesting to do, which I know sounds bad, and I do apologize for that, because I kind of feel like I should be giving you guys a bit more attention, because this is ultimately like my passion. I really love doing this. Like, I really love working in care as well. It's what I see myself doing and stuff. So I need to work out that like balance between the two. So I need to come up with a bit of a content plan where I'm consistent both on YouTube and on Instagram and now on TikTok. So there's quite a lot of work going into this, but it'll be fine. I feel like, you know, people do it alongside full-time jobs where they're working like 5 days a week. So why can't I? I can. I absolutely can. It's totally doable. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. So yeah, I think that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you've kind of got to this point. I feel like I've done a lot of talking, a lot of rambling, but we've gone over my goals, and I feel good about the goals that I've set. I feel like there's something that I can work on, something to keep me productive, something to kind of elevate my days a bit and keep me kind of like interested, if that makes sense. Once again, thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring a portion of this video. I'll leave all the details for that in the description. There'll also be a little QR code here popping up where you can go and scan that for the discount, which is just 2024. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you.